The simplest question when we have succeeded in building a startup company probably is, what is next? Yes, clearly planning to expand. Because now it's about planning, so I think for the CEO's part is to think like 3 or 5 years ahead. For starters, we might be able to provide data on how the global acceleration is increasing. The latest data from the startup company registration site, which is startupranking.com, as of 29 December 2022, we can take a sample of Indonesia, starting with the dot-com wave, which was popular in 1998 to 2022. These startup companies have sprung up amaze and already have 2,456 startup companies and occupy 6th position in the world. Indonesia is under Australia, which has 2,692 startup companies. Technology doesn't take a long time to change. So if you don't have that plan in place, your startup is doomed to collapse. Hi, I'm Nancy, and in this video, we will discuss about how to plan your startup improvement. It takes a long time and considerable mental preparation to pivot from a small company to a large company. There are 4 things that must be considered when a startup starts to move forward and experience growth. The first one is implementing a new work system. When a startup is just starting out, there are usually very few team members, so that work can be done in multitasking by employees. However, when startup begins to experience growth from the customers to revenue side, you as the owner are required to have more staff who can help speed things up, changing the management style of the company with different levels. Direct your employees by implementing better work system on larger system scale. Grow trust, the second one. Until now, there are still many startup owners who are still hands-on with all the activities and work routines at startups. Lack of confidence with the perfectionist attitude that many startup owners still have can hinder startup growth. Ideally, when the company has started to experience growth, hand over the work to your team. Your focus as a leader is more on innovation and the company's vision and mission future. The third one is smooth communication. The bigger the company, the smoother the communication needed between employees, partners, and investors. Communicate all constraints, plans, and achievements to related parties. Avoid the habit of storing or hiding information from related parties because it risks disrupting smooth cooperation with the company. The last one is long-term plan. One of the important aspects that must be considered when a startup begins to experience growth is your long-term plans as an owner. Create positive habits between team by accepting input of ideas or innovation which can help the company grow even better. Long-term thinking is needed so startup can move to the next stage. For that, prepare yourself as a leader by utilizing existing team members. This quote from John Maxwell, one of my favorite business writers, sum it up. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. That's the law of consistency. It doesn't matter how talented you are, it doesn't matter how chances you receive. If you want growth, consistency is a key. Based on the quote above, everything we discuss will not go well if there is no such thing as consistency. Hopefully this video can be useful for you and see you in the next video.